Okay, I'm going to speak for a moment on mental health and mental health referrals and people who feel like it's necessary to refer other people to mental health services. Now, there's an ongoing thing throughout society of a joke. It's like, when someone says something, you must be crazy. However, it seems to be common practices in some of the more conservative, smaller town private areas where people take this stuff very seriously. And they literally believe that mental illness is a disease. Now, from what I've seen with the court system, it's really kind of hard to get someone designated crazy that the court system is going to take them because now think about this. It's going to cost the taxpayers money. So if everybody and their brother is going to the court system and saying, okay, I need a designation of mental illness so that pretty much so you can have a place to live. I need a designation of mentally ill so I can get some benefits from the government. Now, I'm kind of feeling that historically in the past that people have been able to get away with this in saying that a loved one is mentally ill for the purposes specifically only of getting money and benefits off of the United States government because we have inflation. Inflation has been going on for a very long time, even back in the 70s. We had single women who couldn't get housed, who couldn't get help because of the fact they lived in rural America. They weren't married. Men are evil. They are completely, utterly evil to women who were single back then. They aren't so much now anymore. Now they're just trying to get laid off of women. And they don't care who you are, what you look like. But back then, it was kind of a shaming thing, back in the 60s, 70s, 50s, for people to not be married. That comes out of church. And so single people, especially single women, it was like, oh, if you're not married by the time you're 30, there's something wrong with you. And we see that on the Waltons, on all those old time fashion shows and things like that, old fashioned shows. There's something's wrong with a woman if she's not married by the time she's 30 years old. And so we've had inflation consistently since the first Great Depression over 100 years ago. What are people supposed to do? And now you're violating the civil rights of single people too with inflation to